Hello, welcome back to Cam Designs, and today we're going to be doing the toe decrease on our knit socks on the 40-inch circular needles. And we're going to move our stitch marker instead of here where it was to start our beginning of the round. This one right here is now going to become the beginning of our round. So it's the first stitch marker after where we originally were going to have it. I'm not going to move my stitches. I'm going to keep them just like this on my needles. It'll make it easier to decrease on each side. So now I want to get to that first, what our new stitch marker is going to be. So I'm going to just go ahead and knit all the way to that stitch marker here. And then I will show you what to do here. Slide my stitches down here. And you can see I already put, I hooked another stitch marker onto it, so I'll remember that is my beginning stitch marker. You can change colors of it. It all just depends what's easier for you to see and remember. Okay, so now we are at our new beginning of our round. And I want to slide my stitch marker here onto this next needle. There we go. And I want to knit one. Let me move this out of the way here. So I'm going to knit, I already knit one, so I want to do an SSK, which is slip, knit style, slip, knit style. Then I want to go in here and I want to knit through the back, like that. And there is our first decrease. And now I just want to knit up to 3 stitches before the next stitch marker. So this is where it gets a little confusing when you're doing a magic loop, because my stitches are going to end, but it's not going to be when I need to do the decrease yet. So I'm going to turn my work here, slide my needle back in, and then remember I want to go to about 3 stitches before this stitch marker. So I'm going to knit, continue knitting, just regular stitches until 3 stitches before the stitch marker. So okay, I got 3 stitches before the stitch marker, and now what I want to do is I want to knit 2 together like that, and then I want to knit 1, slide the marker, knit this one, and then I want to do another SSK. So slip, slip, then I want to knit through the back of them, and there is our SSK, and then I want to knit all the way until 3 stitches before the beginning marker. So once again, it's not at this end of this needle here. I gotta turn my work, slide my needle back in to my work here, and then pull this needle out, and I'm going to continue knitting until 3 stitches before this stitch marker. Okay, 3 stitches before my beginning stitch marker. Now I'm getting a knot in my yarn here. Okay, I'll have to fix that in a second. I think I have enough to do this. Okay, so now I want to knit 2 together here, and then just knit 1. And now I'm at the beginning of my round, and I gotta pull this knot out here. There we go. And now we want to go on to round 2, and that is just knitting a complete plain knit round here. I'll show you that. I'll show you part of it, I guess. I don't know if you need to see the whole thing. It's just knitting. So the second round, you're not doing any decreasing, you're just knitting, which is pretty simple. Feed my needle back into my stitches here. Okay. And just I want to continue knitting. I think these needles, working it on a magic loop like this, is a little easier when it comes to holding your needles, because when you're working with a 9-inch round, it can get a little difficult, and my hands seem to cramp up a little bit because I'm holding on with just these fingers. With this, I can hold on with my whole hand. Okay. So I'm just going to keep knitting until I get back to this stitch marker. Okay, let me pull this back out here. Okay. Once again, I'm still knitting, and you'll notice that I have my yarn over the top here because I'm knitting. If I had it under, it would be doing purls. And I'm just going to knit to the stitch marker here, and then I will explain my rest of my little whiteboards there. Okay, almost there. And I'm just going to leave one stitch just so I don't lose my stitch marker. Okay, so we worked these 2 rows, or almost. I've got 1 stitch left of this round. And you'll just want to repeat these 2 rounds here until you have 24 stitches remaining. That is if you started with, I started with 48 stitches. So you want to cut whatever you started with at your beginning round, you want to just cut that in half when you finish your toe decrease. And then after that, which I don't plan on doing a video for this, because I've done a few videos on the Kitchener stitch, on closing the sock. If you would like to see that, you have to put it in the comments below, and I will do a sample of a Kitchener stitch. But I just hope to finish these socks so then I can send them to my brother and just be done with this project. So you want to do a Kitchener stitch, and I can put a link in my description below to my other videos so you can see that. And that's just closing the sock. But once again, to do the toe decreases, you just want to repeat these 2 rows here until you have half of your stitches remaining. Oh, half of your original stitches, I should say. And that will give you this rounded toe here, which turned out, I think it turns out pretty nice. And that is it for this video. So thank you so much for watching, and if you like this video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up and like and subscribe, and it's absolutely free to subscribe. And what else? Don't forget to share it with your friends. It's really easy to learn how to knit socks, especially on big circular needles doing a magic loop. It looks a lot harder than it is. So if anybody wants to learn how to knit, this is an easy way that you can learn to knit and not have to buy separate needles, anything like that. So once again, I'm getting sidetracked. And so if you like this video, give me a thumbs up and like and subscribe. And I think that's it. So have a wonderful day, and thank you so much for watching. Bye!